The great sages, headed by Shaunaka, asked Sutta, why was it that the mighty serpent heroes, invincible in valor, were reduced to ashes in the serpent sacrifice conducted by King Janamejaya? Sutta replied, it was because of the curse of Kadru, the mother of the serpent race, that destruction had befallen them. However, just as the sage Sahaprasadu had prevented the total annihilation of the serpent race during the slaughter initiated by Ruru, so too, during the great serpent sacrifice of King Janamejaya, the sage Astika intervened and saved the serpents. Bhrigu Maharshi's wife was Puloma. When she was pregnant, one day Bhrigu went out for a ritual bath, instructing her to guard the sacred fire. At that moment, a demon named Pulaman entered the hermitage. Seeing the beauty of Puloma, he was astonished and overpowered by lust, losing his senses. When Puloma served him respectfully, he regained his senses and asked the sacrificial fire, "Who is this woman? Is she not Puloma? Long ago, I loved her and wished to marry her. But when I asked her father, he refused and gave her in marriage to Bhrigu instead. Now I shall abduct her." Agni, the fire god, thought to himself, "If I speak falsehood, sin will cling to me. If I speak the truth, Bhrigu will curse me." Then slowly he answered, "She is indeed the wife of Bhrigu Maharshi, named Puloma." Immediately, the demon assumed the form of a wild boar, seized Puloma, and began to run swiftly. Witnessing this, the child in her womb, filled with anger, blazed forth with fiery energy. The child slipped out of the womb and was born prematurely. That infant became famous as Chyavana. From the divine brilliance of the newborn Chyavana arose a blazing fire that consumed the demon Puloman, reducing him to ashes. Puloma carried the infant back to her husband's hermitage. As she walked, grief-stricken, tears fell from her eyes, forming a sacred river known as Vadusara. When Bhrigu returned and learned what had happened, he cursed Agni, saying, "From this day you shall be known as the All-Devourer." Agni replied, "You know well that I am the witness to all sacrificial acts. I cannot utter falsehood. Moreover, all the offerings made in Vedic rituals, whether to gods or to the ancestors, are accepted through me. If I, being called the All-Devourer, am considered impure, then all Vedic rites will cease. If the rites cease, mankind will no longer reach the heavenly realms." Saying this, Agni withdrew his radiant form. At once, all sacrificial rituals, including the offerings of incense and lamps, ceased. The Vedic functions were disrupted, and the world was thrown into turmoil. The sages and gods went to seek the protection of Lord Brahma. Brahma spoke to Agni, "Even though you are called the All-Devourer, your purity will never be destroyed. Continue as before. Assist the Brahmanas and sages in their sacrifices, and carry the offerings to the gods and to the ancestors." Thus, the curse of Bhrigu Maharshi remained established in name, but Agni's sanctity was preserved. Bhrigu's son was Chyavana. Chyavana's wife was Sukanya. Their son was Pramati. Pramati's wife was the celestial nymph Gritachi. Their son was Ruru, renowned for his extraordinary beauty. For more Mahabharata videos, like, share, subscribe, Marvelous Epic Stories.